Hey, Chiefs Kingdom, welcome back to the channel. Before we jump into the latest shocking news coming from the Chiefs camp just before their big matchup with the Las Vegas Raiders, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss any of our latest updates on your favorite team. We've got a wild one for you today, so buckle up. Now I know you're all pumped for Sunday's game against the Raiders, but Chiefs Kingdom, I've got some pretty shocking news coming out of Kansas City that could have a massive impact on that game. An injury rumor has surfaced, and it involves one of the most important players on the roster. And when I say this is big, trust me, I mean it. You won't believe who's allegedly dealing with an injury right before this crucial game. So stay tuned, because this could be a game changer, not just for the Chiefs, but for the entire AFC West race. Let's dive right into it. Why Chiefs Kingdom? Let's break it down. So the Chiefs have been riding high this season with some impressive wins and a few bumps along the way. But overall, this team looks ready to make another deep playoff run. But there's one huge concern that has popped up just days before the game against the Raiders, and it's about none other than Patrick Mahomes. Yes, you heard that right. The rumor swirling around is that Patrick Mahomes, the heart and soul of the Chiefs offense, is dealing with a serious injury. And I'm not talking about a minor tweak here or there. No, this rumor suggests that Mahomes could be playing through an injury that might affect his mobility, his arm strength, or even his ability to take hits in the pocket. Okay, I know what you're thinking. This sounds crazy, right? But when we dig deeper into the situation, there are some very interesting and worrying details starting to emerge. The first hint came from insiders within the Chiefs organization who've been tight-lipped, but a few whispers have made their way to reporters. Apparently, Mahomes has been seen working in a limited capacity during practice. Specifically, his throwing motion looked a little off now. Let me be clear here. These are just rumors at this point, but it's something we need to pay attention to. We've seen Patrick Mahomes play through injuries before. Remember that epic comeback in the AFC Championship game against the Buffalo Bills. Mahomes is a warrior, but the reality is, if this rumor is true, it could have serious implications for this Raiders game and potentially for the rest of the season. Let's take a step back and really think about what this means for the Chiefs if Mahomes is less than 100%. There are a few things we need to consider. First, the offense runs through Mahomes. We've seen how dynamic this offense is when he's fully healthy. His ability to move outside the pocket, extend plays, and hit targets downfield is second to none. But if he's playing with any kind of limitation that could impact his performance and the entire offensive rhythm, and it's not just about arm strength, mobility is crucial for Mahomes. He's notorious for evading defenders and making throws on the run if his leg or ankle is hurt, especially against a team like the Raiders who bring a strong pass rush. We could see a very different version of Mahomes, and that could open the door for the Raiders to exploit any weaknesses. So what can the Chiefs do to adjust if Mahomes isn't fully healthy? Well, we've got a couple of key strategies to keep an eye on. First, we might see a shift in the gameplay and expect the Chiefs to lean more heavily on the running game. IsiahPacheco has been playing out of his mind this season, and if Mahomes is dealing with a nagging injury, the Chiefs will likely rely on their ground game to take some of the pressure off him. Pacheco's been a workhorse, and this could be a game where he gets a heavy dose of touches. Not only does this help with controlling the clock, but it also allows Mahomes to ease up on his workload and focus on shorter, more manageable throws. Also, expect the offensive line to step up. The O-line's play has been much improved this season, and if Mahomes is compromised, they'll need to protect him even more. The last thing we want is Mahomes taking unnecessary hits, so quick passes and short routes could become a bigger part of the game plan. Let's talk about the Raiders now. If they catch wind that Mahomes might not be at full strength, they will undoubtedly try to exploit it. The Raiders have a solid defensive front, and they'll look to apply pressure early. And often MaxxCrosby is one of the best pass rushers in the league right now, and he's the kind of player who can change the game with a single hit now. If the Raiders come in knowing Mahomes is less mobile, they could load up on blitz packages and try to force him into making mistakes. This is where the Chiefs' ability to adjust comes into play. A good offensive game plan can negate the pass rush, but it will be interesting to see if Mahomes can still perform at his usual level, even if he's not at full health. Now here's the thing, if Mahomes really is dealing with something serious, there's no doubt that the Chiefs' backup plan has to be ready to step up. Thankfully, the Chiefs have one of the most capable backup quarterbacks in the league in Chad Henne. While Henne isn't the playmaker, Mahomes is. He's been in big moments before, and he's certainly a veteran presence who knows how to run an offense. And if it comes down to it, Henne could be the steady hand the Chiefs need in a tight game, especially with their talent on offense. Having reliable weapons like Travis Kelce, Juju Smith-Schuster, and others will certainly help Henne keep the offense afloat. This game is a massive one, not just for the Chiefs, but for the entire AFC West. The Raiders, while not world beaters, are still a formidable opponent. And with this injury, rumors swirling around, this could be the kind of game where everything hinges on a few key plays. The Chiefs need to win this game to stay at the top of the division. And without Mahomes at full strength, that pressure is even more intense. The race for the division crown is heating up, and any slip up here could have long-term implications for playoff seeding. With the Broncos improving and the Chargers always lurking, the Chiefs can't afford to drop any divisional games, especially one against a team they should beat. So there you have it, folks. The Kansas City Chiefs are facing a tough test with this injury rumor hanging over Patrick Mahomes. It's all speculation at this point, but if there's any truth to it, it could change the entire dynamic of the game against the Raiders.